Hey guys, so today we're checking out the RedRock OEM style side step bars fitting all 2005 and newer double cab Toyota Tacomas. So if you've busted up a side step while you've taken your truck off-road, or the factory ones are just faded and in need of an update, these are going to be right up your alley. Now these will also just be a great choice if you don't currently have a step on your Tacoma and you're looking for better accessibility to your cab area while also being a fan of the OE style. Now these will be made of a durable ABS plastic construction, so they will hold up pretty well to any light impact or fire trails or even door dings in the parking lot. These will also add a little bit of style to the side of your Tacoma if you don't currently have a step at all and you're looking to add one that's going to have a nice tread design on top, adding a little bit of an off-road feel to the side of your truck, while also adding some extra traction when getting in and out, kind of having the best of both worlds there. Now this kit will also come with everything that you need in order to install them, making sure that when it comes to getting these onto your Tacoma, it's going to be as straightforward as possible. Now when it comes to price, these are going to come in at roughly $350, which is pretty average for a side step. Now what I like about this option is that it has the running board style and tucks up very closely to the rocker panel, offering a very clean and finished look. Now other choices for side steps that are mainly focused on accessibility like this one may not tuck in as close to the body of the truck or will offer step pads instead of the running board option that we have here. Not to mention, once you go up a little bit in price, you'll see those heavy-duty options that'll be more focused on protection rather than solid accessibility like this choice. Now, all in all, if you're in search of a running board style step that's going to offer you good function and an OE look, then these are going to be a great choice. Now getting into the install, this will come in at a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you about 2 hours to get the job done with some basic hand tools. And one of our installers here is going to walk you through that process step by step. So that's going to wrap it up for my review. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
Tools required for this install include a ratchet, a 10mm socket, and a 13mm socket. What's up guys? Today we're going to be installing a set of side steps on our Tacoma, so let's get right to it. So we have 2 different types of brackets in our kit. We have a longer one and a shorter one. Our longer is going to go in the front, whereas our 2 shorter ones are going to go in the middle and the back. Now we're going to be using our included bolts going through the holes in our bracket into the threaded holes in the truck. So now we're under the car right behind the passenger side front tire, and we have our 2 bolt holes that'll line up to our bracket. So we can line that up, thread our bolts in, and we have the included washers on our bolts as well. And then once we have our bolts threaded in, we can tighten those down with a 13mm socket. So now coming back about halfway down the truck, we have our second set of holes for our second bracket. So we're going to line that up, and then we'll use that same bolt with the washer that we used for the front one. And then we can tighten those down with our same 13mm socket. So now coming to the back, right in front of the passenger side rear tire, we have our last set of holes. We're going to use the same bracket we did for the middle with our bolt and washer combo. We'll thread these in. And then once again, tightening those down with our 13mm socket. So now we're ready to install our side steps. So we have these studs on our side step that correspond to the holes on the bracket. And then from the bottom side, we're going to be using a flat washer and a flange nut to secure it to our brackets. So now we can go ahead and line up our studs with our brackets and lay our side step into place. So now we're back behind the front tire, and we can go ahead and put our washer and our flanged nut on our studs. And then we can tighten those down with a 10mm socket. So now coming to our middle bracket, we can do that same thing. And we'll tighten those down with our 10mm once again. So now same exact thing on our back bracket. We've got our washer and our flanged nut. And then we'll tighten those down with our 10mm as well. And now we can repeat that same process on the other side. So that'll wrap up this review and install of the RedRock OEM Style side step bars for your 2005 to current Tacoma Double Cab. Thank you for watching, and remember, for all things Tacoma, keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.